we got something that I did not expect. And what is that? We got a clown. We got a visual clown from breeding just a regular super nanny to a visual super blade clown. What's up, snake fans? Dave Palumbo here for Muscle Serpent Daily. It is a beautiful day here in Cape Coral, Florida. The sun is out, the birds are cooing, as you can hear in the background, and the plants and the trees are growing because it's spring here and we're seeing a lot of sprouts. We're going to see a lot of fruit trees start to bloom now. It's really beautiful here. I love this time of year, and it's also a great time of year for snake breeding because we're getting eggs hatching and we're getting clutches still laid on the ground. So we're going to go into the snake room. I hear we have a really nice clutch that was laid, and I think we have our first snakes of the season hatching. Stay tuned. All right, a little update on the water monitors, the albino water monitors, that is. I haven't shown them in a while. This little boy is doing really well. He's getting big. Pretty soon we might actually be able to breed this guy. So he doesn't like the camera in his face, though. He was doing so nice, and then I pulled the camera out, and he's like, what's that thing in my face? I don't like that. What a beautiful creature this thing is. Look how big he got. I don't know. I thought he would breed this year. He still looks a little small to me. Maybe we haven't been feeding him enough. These things are like garbage disposals, though, so. All right, let's take a look at the other one. All right, here's my double het, Black Dragon T-positive water monitor. Let's see, she'll come over here. Come here. Come here. Come here. She's put a lot of size on. She's gotten really big. And these things grow. You don't have to overfeed them. Yeah, they might grow a little slower, but they're probably healthier if they're not being gorged with food. That's the way I always see it. I'm not in a rush. I don't care if I breed them or not at this point. I don't need to do it this year. Yeah, what a beautiful creature. I love to watch the behavioral traits of these guys and how they think about things and how they decide to make decision making and all that stuff. It's pretty interesting. They're really, really cool creatures, and I can't wait till my friend Chase is still working on some display cages for some of the bigger ones we have, the Black Dragon and hopefully the albinos. And I think they'll be even cooler once they're in a bigger enclosure. The little ones, we got to keep them here until they're kind of trained, and you know, sometimes if you put them in too big of a cage, they stay too wild, they hide all the time. We don't want that. All right, we have another clutch on the ground. This one is from a Super Fire ball python. As you can see, when you have two copies of the fire gene, you create what's called a black-eyed leucistic. Very similar in boas. Boas, two copies of fire, you get a white snake with black eyes as well. They're very similar. They're much more common, obviously, in ball pythons than they are in boa constrictors. But this little girl we produced here in 2019, and I've been trying to breed her for a couple of years now, and she just never went, and she finally went. So this is actually a Super Fire, possible orange dream, possible spider. We're not really sure because we can't see it because the leucistic kind of wipes out the other genes. She's also 100% het for clown. Now, we bred her to one of our really nice breeder clowns. He is a banana pastel Mojave clown. He's a visual clown. I'll show you him in a minute. And he's also het for hypo. So that probably won't come into play here, but you never know. I'm going to show you a clutch just hatched that we didn't even know something was het clown, and we got a big surprise from that. So we're going to get this girl, and we're going to pull her. She's protecting those eggs. They look like they're pretty good eggs. She's a little on the skinny side, but we have those that look like nice eggs. So we're going to wash her off. She definitely needs to eat. Hopefully we can get her eating this week or next week, and we're going to pull these eggs. Looks like we got 2, 4, 6, 7 nice ones. All right, there's the daddy. That is our banana pastel Mojave clown. That's also 100% het hypo. But you can see we got her breeding. I think this female is probably gravid too. She's a pastel het hypo het clown, so we can produce some hypo clowns from this female. She's big. I suspect I think she's ovulating now. She looks like she's got a little lump in here right there. Possible. I think she didn't eat last week, so we could see a hot clutch from her. But we got this big boy. Did a great job with that last clutch. All right, we checked all these eggs. It's funny because all these eggs, 2, 4, 6, are good. This one, which looks exactly like the other ones, didn't seem to have any vessels in it. So I suspect that one will probably shrivel up and go bad. I don't see any blood vessels in this whatsoever. We'll leave it here anyway, just in case. These all have vessels and embryos in it. So we're gonna put these in the incubator, and in 60 days, we're gonna see what we got. So we should get 50% of these should be clowns, so we should get at least 3 clowns if we're lucky. Everything's gonna be a fire. So we're gonna have fire, banana clowns. If there's orange dream in that female, we're gonna have fire, orange dream, banana clowns. So we're gonna have some really nice stuff here we're gonna produce. There's Mojave could be in that as well as pastel. So this is gonna be a really nice clutch of visual clown stuff, and some of it will be het clown as well. All right, we're having some hatching finally. First clutches of the year hatching. This is a small one. We had a few eggs shrivel up on us. This was an Orange Dream Ultramel Pied that's het hypo, one of our real studs, bred to an Orange Dream Yellow Belly Enchi, possible Hurricane het hypo and het pied. So there's a lot of possibilities here. Once again, we had a very small clutch, so the sample size is low. This one's going into shed here. This looks like it's probably Orange Dream. Everything's gonna be het Ultramel here. Everything will be het pied and possible het hypo if it doesn't have visual hypo in it. This looks like it's just like an Orange Dream, het pied and het Ultramel. This one's a little more promising here. Let's take this girl out here, or whatever she is. I haven't sexed her yet, or sexed it, I should say. Not cooperating. There we go. This one is obviously a visual pied. Looks to be Orange Dream to me as well. And I think it's Yellow Belly as well. So I think this is a Orange Dream Yellow Belly Pied that's het for Ultramel. It doesn't look to me to be a visual hypo. So we missed that, and it's gonna only be possible het hypo. As you can see the head, let me just, all right, this is a little better. It's cooperating a little better now. Yeah, so you can see the head is dark. So that's definitely not hypo. So we missed the hypo. So we bred basically hypo to hypo. So we have a 66% chance of this being het hypo. It's a visual pied. It's visual Orange Dream, as you can see. And it's probably visual Yellow Belly as well. It's kind of a lower white pied, which tells me it's probably Enchi too. So I would call this an Enchi Orange Dream Yellow Belly. And I'm not positive on the Yellow Belly, but the pattern is kind of jaggedy here. So this is definitely Orange Dream Enchi, and it's pied, and it's het Ultramel with a 66% chance of being het for hypo as well. So good potential, you know. It was a small clutch. We got a little smiley face there, if you look. It's kind of cute. And probably wind up keeping this or maybe selling it. It's got a lot of potential. Once again, the ideal is to try to get the Ultramel, the hypo, and the pied all together, getting in more Orange Dream. We could have hit the Super Orange Dream. I don't think this is a Super Orange Dream. But you know, Orange Dream gets better as it gets older, and I don't believe there's Hurricane in it. It is a little dark, but I don't know if I see Hurricane in here. So we're going to continue to watch this. Sometimes I change my mind on the ID process as the snake develops and grows a little bit more. So we got a lot of little smiley faces here. We got 2 smiley faces. There's another one. So I'm going to zoom on that. There we go. Look at that smiley face. So there is potential here. Now this clutch, as you can see, if you look at the breeding card, was a Super Nanny, which is an incomplete dominant, 2 copies of it. It was bred to a Super Blade Clown, female, and we only had 1 egg that mated and hatched, and to my surprise, as I kind of teased you a little earlier, we got something that I did not expect. And what is that? We got a clown. We got a visual clown from breeding just a regular super nanny to a visual super blade clown, which tells me that the super nanny was actually head clown, which would make this baby a blade, because remember the mother was super blade, nanny clown. So we got a visual nanny clown here with blade in there. Really cool looking head. Look at that. Look at that big stripe behind that head. This is a really nice looking, interesting looking clown. It almost looks Orange Dream in here, but there was no Orange Dream here. So we're looking at nanny blade, which is reduces pattern. You can see that reduced dorsal striping there. Visual clown. The bad news for me is that I sold the father that was a super nanny, thinking that's all he was and I didn't need him anymore, but he was actually super nanny het clown. So whoever got him has got a lucky extra little gene there. I would never have sold him had I known he was het clown, because the whole idea was to try to get the nanny and the clown together. I did it. Hopefully this is a boy and I can recoup the loss that I had by selling that male. So hopefully this little guy will make it, and we'll keep you updated after he sheds or she sheds. Very cute. Sometimes you just never know. All right, I just wanted to show you, that's my super blade clown female that produced that last little beautiful baby that I showed you. And she's back to feeding her and trying to get her up to size. She looks like she's gonna shed, which is kind of good. And it's been 60 days since she laid those eggs, so hopefully we'll get her back in the lineup. She's been a very good breeder for us and a really good female. So sometimes you get lucky, sometimes you don't. We got lucky with that super nanny being het clown. I wish I would have had more than one egg, but we got lucky and we hit it on that one egg. Everything we wanted. Blade, nanny, clown. And just because it's such a beautiful day here at the facility, we produced such a beautiful little clown baby. I'll show you a clown we produced here in 21, at the very end of 21 that is. And this is a visual blade hurricane clown. And this female is getting up to size. We've been really slow growing her. I don't think we've been feeding her quite as much as we could, but I think that probably by the end of this year, she'll be ready to breed. She is just looking super exquisite. Look at that girl. Hurricane blade clown, really great combination. One of the nicest looking clowns that's, it doesn't have like banana or like, orange dream in it. It's just, I love the dark contrast here. We have like blacks toward the tail. We have dark browns. We have chocolates. We have oranges. And it's just a lot of really interesting contrast. Blade, clown, hurricane, all that stuff gives you some really, really diverse looking clown babies. All right, guys, that's going to do it for today here at Palumbo's Pythons and Boas. You know what? Sometimes you have a really good day, and sometimes you get really lucky. Sometimes you don't. Today was a lucky day. We found out our super nanny male was actually het clown, and it saved me probably 5 years of breeding. So I was going to have to first try to produce nanny het clowns and then try to get nanny clowns, and I don't have to do that because I already had a nanny that was het clown, our super nanny that was het clown. So we produced that awesome looking nanny blade visual clown, and it was only one, and I did sell the male by accident, not realizing that, but I got that one baby. So if we can keep that thing alive and grow it up, we are into the nanny clown project, just like I wanted to, with probably a 3 or 4 year head start. And that's good news. Like I said, it's not always good news. Sometimes we get bad clutches and we lose eggs and we do all the terrible things that happen. But sometimes the gods are blessing you. And today we were blessed on this beautiful day here in Cape Coral. All right, guys, I hope you're having a great day. I hope you had a great Easter weekend. If you like what you see, and show us that love, hit that subscribe button, turn on those notifications, hit that like button. I'll see you back tomorrow morning.